Jordan told me he had a symbolic system in order to memorize words. And I thought that was really interesting. So what he does is he breaks the words into different syllables, and then he has a system that has these pre-made images for different syllables. And boom, he already has his images, so he really doesn't have to think about, okay, what's a new image to create on the spot. Now, I tried something similar. I did only the endings like ing, kicking, loving. But I never never really got anywhere with it because it just didn't make sense to me. I'd rather just memorize this. But if it's working for Jordan, that's the great thing. But what you have to do is what he did. Look for shortcuts when learning. Because for him, this seems like a way easier process for him to do than trying to come up with an image all the time for these different words, right? Because that's what I would have to do. That's the skill I practice. Okay, what's a new word or new image I could create for this word? And it might be the same one time, it might be different because I'm not keeping track of all the images I'm making. But his idea is really smart because it does take away from that guessing like, oh crap, what image am I going to use? You already know what images you're going to use. And he said if he doesn't have an image or a syllable, he makes an image for it on the spot and then adds it to his system. There you go. And you have to do the same thing when you're learning because there's so much information out there. And you can learn every single piece of information, but it doesn't mean it's going to be the fastest way or the easiest way. Like take numbers for example. You have numbers and yes, you can memorize 92 by just making an image on the spot, going on, and then you see 92 maybe a week later, it's a different image. And so you can memorize all numbers just trying to make something up on the spot. But what's the easier way? The easier way is to create a number system to memorize them, right? That is the more effective and efficient way. And what Jordan showed me was just like, whoa, that's so true. There are so many shortcuts you can find when you're learning, but you have to be willing to look for them. Now, this works for Jordan having this symbolic system, but I want to have this kind of system because for me, I don't see me kind of just practicing going over like 100 or 200 different syllables and try to really get that down. I rather just try to build the speed of see a word, boom, image, see a word, image. Because for me, that's more useful when it comes to memory competition or memorizing someone's names or anything like that. To me, that's what I like. Because if I have to go like, okay, wait, what are the syllables? Because some words I don't know how to break down correctly. And so that'll make it a lot harder to use a symbolic system, right? Especially if it's like a foreign word or foreign name. So hopefully you enjoyed this video and I'll see you next time.